are the love of my life, the apple of my eye. I'm so glad at the day I said yes, I do. You've given me so much love, although it's just a journey. I'm a ride or die with you.
And yes, we are live. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, streamers, viewers all over the world, wherever it is that you are watching us from. And of course, the people of Ocean State, I want to say a very big thank you, for keeping up with us back to back. You know, three times best television station. It has been God's grace. I just remembered that right now, and I just got to bask in that euphoria. Yes, this is Western Spring Television, channel 190 DTT on Star Time. And of course, you can catch up on our previous episodes. You can go there on the YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, when you just get on social media, Western Spring Television, WS_TV. We've got our amazing content set out for you. It is a beautiful evening right here in the studio, and we are ready for today. Welcome to your darling program, Inside Marriage. Yes, Inside Marriage is brought to you week in, week out, and we speak about everything, stories that happen in the world of marriages. It is a very big space. Marriage is a deep word on its own. Over the years, I found out like a lot of persons, boys, girls, men, women, a lot of us didn't even know what we bargained for when we dabbled into marriages. But the moment we got in there, we started seeing the limelight. And that is why we are here. We are here to dig deep into the root stories, do's and don'ts of marriages. They say there's no like there's no guidelines to these things, but the truth is there are actually do's and don'ts in marriages. And maybe if you're not ready to adhere to these rules, maybe marriage is not set out for you. So irrespective of you being married, if you're single, divorced, whatever it is, just get seated right now, and we're ready to dabble into the world of marriage today. I am your regular host. My name is Ajibike Anjorin Ojo, aka the Screen Diva, and on the radio, you already know I am the radio queen of Cruise and Totori of Rave 91.7 FM. It's a beautiful time right here. My discussants are sitting pretty, and we are ready to delve into the matter of today. Last week was on fire. I cannot even lie about that. Pastor K was on fire last week. He spoke about what the men really want. We spoke about the promised land. We spoke about good food at the right time. But I don't even want to talk about that now. But then let's go on a short break. I'm going to be introducing my discussant for tonight, and of course, the topic and stories for today. Don't go nowhere.
You are the love of my life, the apple of my eye. I'm so glad at the day I said yes, I do. You've given me so much love, although it's just a journey. I'm a ride or die with you.
Yes, right. And we are back, seated in the studio with me this evening. I've got beautiful Madam Zobia. Madam Zobia, how you doing?
I'm good.
Good evening to you.
Thank you. Good evening.
You look pretty amazing.
Wow, thank you so much.
This is the Igbo attire, right? Normally we understand it has judges and all. I never knew it has like this what do they call this that you're wearing? Isiago. It looks pretty on you.
Thank you.
Pastor K. Pastor K. How are you?
Doing well.
The prayer points: tall, dark, handsome, and rich. And you included it. You see, I think a lot of times women forget to include the rich. That is why they get
and by the time problem starts,
it becomes a problem. They did not include the rich. So it has to be tall, dark, handsome.
Say it the way you want it.
Exactly. And God is listening, right, Pastor K?
Add God fearing.
Okay, tall, dark, handsome, rich, and God.
I think God fearing should come first.
Okay, God fearing, tall, dark, handsome, and rich. Okay, so if you're praying, I think it's about that time where you learn to pray right, so that you can get the right answers to prayers as well. Welcome on the show.
Thank you.
Madam Zobia, last week we had Pastor K and All Things, and I asked this question, and I'm going to ask you to directly. I said, how's 2026 been for them? And I remembered All Things said, I can't remember what she said. I remember Pastor K said better, all things. What's yours in one word? 2026 for you.
In
So
one word.
yes, one word.
Hmm.
Has it been?
That's not a word.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
In one word, 2026.
So far.
Why did you not do the for me?
No. I only helped you to re-echo it.
No, that.
Okay.
Oh, 2026. How we should say it in a statement?
Okay. I want one word.
One word. Hmm.
Definitely, it has been. I can't take that out of you. This is the second time you are doing.
Honestly, I don't know which word to use that would suit in how I feel or how 2026 has been with me.
Yes, right.
It's been great.
So let's use great for you.
Yeah.
Okay, Madam Zobia said it's been great. Pastor Kate said.
But how wish it was a statement?
No, it's not a statement, Madam
Okay.
Zobia.
Just
Great
forward.
and better. We are moving, yes, and of course, time to say wait for no man. This is another beautiful edition of Inside Marriage, and right now, today, we're going to be speaking about something that is rampant right now. A lot of times we're all stuck up on our phones, you know, like it is almost like a lot of times we ask ourselves, when if we didn't have the social media, how would we have coped with life? You know, everybody is busy, you know, on there, you know, we are enjoying it. It does a lot of persons, a lot of good. Well, some people will tell you it has done us a lot of harm. Okay, so right now we're going to be reeling out this first video and want to talk about social media and its impact in marriages. Yes, has it been a blessing to you? Has it been the other way around? Today, we are going to find out. But then, let's reel out this video and we're going to be right back to analyze it.
Social media can build or destroy your marriage. There are all types of content online. If you're looking for content that is going to discredit marriages, content that is going to elevate you and put down your spouse, you will find it. As a wife, if you're looking for content that's going to side with you and talk about how your husband is a narcissist, how your husband is toxic, how you should be, protecting yourself from your own husband, how you're supposed to fear men, you will find that content online. As a husband, if you're looking for content that's going to side with you and put down your wife, tell you how you're supposed to guide yourself against your wife, tell you how you're supposed to be mean and loving towards your wife, you will find it. But if you're looking for content that's going to help you to grow together as a couple, help you to value marriage, help you to build what you have, you will also find that content. Be careful what you consume online.
Be careful what you conceive online. Yes, right. It is a Western Spring Television where we are in Agumbelewo Oshogo, and I'm still not changing Ajibike, the screen diva. Okay, let's talk about social media, Madam Zobia, Pastor K. Directly to you, since we're speaking about social media and its effects on marriages today, let me ask you this, Madam Zobia. Do you think social media is helping or hurting marriages today?
Social media is helping and at the same time hurting. But it depends on the perspective you're looking at it.
Okay.
Or it depends on how you assimilate social media in your marriage.
Individually.
You know, I flashed back to in those days when there was no phone. I mean, mobile phones.
That's right.
We had table phones, right? I remember then we write a lot of letters. We write more. We post letters. I remember then when my dad traveled to Holland for further studies, my mother would tell us early in the morning that she's going to P&T.
What is a P&T?
I don't know. That's the mistake. Up to now, I don't know. She's going to P&T. She wants to go and talk to our dad. She wants to go and call him. P&T. See, today I don't know what replaced that P&T.
What was the P&T back in the day?
I don't know. Maybe I think she goes for fax or telegram to go and send telegram.
A phone booth?
No, there was no phone booth. P&T, post and
okay.
Like
telephone.
Post and okay. I think it's a telegram thing.
I think I can hear I can hear that you're here speaking at the background there.
That P&T is an old school thing, very old school thing, because if you say old school, I'm an old school now. So,
of course. And we have the
so I don't know what replaced that P&T now. But all I know is this phone is a good thing, but it depends on how you handle it. Like I used to tell my children when they're eating and they're pressing phone, I said, You bought that phone with your money. Don't let that phone control you. There is time for everything.
Okay.
When you're eating, focus on your food.
Okay.
And this same phone, lost friends have found themselves through social media. Okay, especially this Facebook, those that are on Instagram and all stuff, especially Facebook. A lot of people have reconnected. You understand?
That's right.
But this particular social media, especially we women, we go there, we learn things that we are not brought up with. You understand what I'm saying?
I'm with you, Madam
We want
Zobia.
to compare ourselves. Once we start doing comparison with what we see in the social media to what we are, the kind of life we are living, that'll be a problem.
Okay.
But if we see social media as a means of communication, a means of neat relationship, okay, now when your husband is out of town, it is still through social media. You keep in touch with him.
That's right.
You wouldn't miss yourself too much.
Because we could do video
Because
calls,
you could do video calls, you
and
could
the likes
discuss,
of
you
it.
could plan, you could do everything.
Yeah,
That is one of the advantages of social media.
that's right.
From social media, you hear news about what is happening around
Worldwide.
the world. From social media, you get fashion. From social media, you learn some delicacies you put in practice and you improve your marriage. From social media, you can pray, you know. During the lockdown, how were we worshiping God?
Yeah, we did a lot
It
of that
was
online.
on social media.
Yeah.
Even some people were doing offering. You transfer. You make transfers. Okay? The only thing we Catholics then, we are not seeing chance to receive Holy Communion, but we believe that it is working. You understand? So the advantageous side of social media is very, very acceptable. Then the bad, because in life, everything that has negativity has positivity.
Yes, right.
You understand? So the negativity side of social media is scary.
Scary.
Very, very scary.
Okay.
Now it is from social media that you see their chest and tell you that they can do without a man. What a man can do, they can do better of. You see a woman rubbing shoulders with her husband and coming into competition with her husband. You see a woman comparing the man she sees on social media to her gentle homemade man at home. Likewise, vice versa.
Okay, Madam Zobia, you're going to have to pause on that. Pastor K, I'm going to ask you the same question. Do you think social media is hurting or helping marriages of today? Marriages today.
Marriages. I would say social media is doing both. Just like the video we saw now, the man said, it depends on what you are looking for. God has given every man a choice to make in life. Like the scripture says, Joshua was saying to them, he said, I've placed before you life and death. But he went further to advise them. He said, choose life, that it might be well with you. So it depends on what I want to consume on the social media.
What you want to feed yourself
What I want
with.
to feed on. So I can go to social media now to check how to lose my wife in 10 days. I will find it.
And you definitely will.
Yes. How to love my wife in 20 days. You will find it there. It depends on what you are looking for.
Okay.
But every information you are looking for is on the social media. Be it a blessing or a curse.
So now let me ask you this, Pastor K. At what point does social media becomes a problem in a marriage?
Now, when you get to a point when what you are getting from the social media is against the laws governing marriage.
Marriage or your marriage?
No, let me not say your, let me say marriage.
Okay, okay.
Now, because now there are 3 different institutions through which we can get married. There is the traditional, there is the government, then there is the church. Now, each of these institutions have their laws.
Yes, right.
The tradition has. So when what you are getting from social media is against what the tradition is saying, it becomes a sin. When what you are getting from social media is against what God is saying, if you got married under the church,
yes, right,
it becomes a sin. When what you are bringing from social media is against what the government is saying, it becomes a sin.
And a problem too.
A problem. So you should filter in whatever is coming to you through these different platforms. Does the church accept it? No. Okay, let me check the law. No. Let me check tradition. No. And you throw it away.
It's not for you.
It's not for you.
Wow, beautiful. I mean, you see, when we speak about social media, a lot of times, I mean, talking about the Gen Zs, they enjoy it so much,
Yeah.
you know, everybody has their space and all. But now I want to ask you this. I'm sure women are very much interested in this conversation, even the men too. Madam Zobia, do you think men or spouses rather should have access to each other's you know, social media accounts, be able to post anything on your husband's timeline, and the husband can as well pick up the phone of the wife and post whatever he wants on his wife's timeline? I want to ask you this.
I will speak from my own perspective,
Okay,
personally.
ma'am. Okay.
My phone is my personal belonging. It is not a general thing. If you see
Your spouse.
my spouse,
Yeah, she said general.
it's not for us.
Okay.
He has his own, I have mine.
Okay.
So if I stumble in his own, I could comment or do anything, but he shouldn't come to my own and tell me what to do. I don't know if you understand. Maybe now, like some people will throw a question that if your husband asks you to leave Facebook and choose Facebook and your marriage, definitely I would choose my marriage. But it depends on what I am doing on Facebook.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
If what I'm doing on Facebook does not have any negative impact on in my marriage or my life as a whole, I don't see the reason why my spouse should have right over my handle.
So you totally disagree with that?
I disagree. Let's just
let everybody.
Social media was not there when the marriage started in the first place.
Okay.
So I don't know why the social media will come into the marriage. I'm an old school person. I didn't marry this Gen Z. What did you call it? Gen Z, right?
Yes, Gen Z.
I don't even know what it means.
Okay.
I just hear it.
Pastor K, do you agree with what Madam Zobia said? Like, so far your spouses, everybody, do you think spouses should have access to each other's social media accounts, be able to do whatever it is that they want to do on it?
Now, I don't agree with her.
Okay.
Now, in the context of marriage.
There we go.
Now, I think what we're practicing nowadays is not marriage.
What is it, Pastor K?
Marriage is you can be tenants or co-tenants, co-parenting and all those things, partners, like they call it. In marriage, it is not about partnership. It is two people coming together to become one. So I see it as a problem or someone having trauma. When I can open up my body to a man as a woman, then my phone is now private. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
Now, when two of us come together to become one, everything that person owns should belong to me. Everything I own should, in the right sense, belong to that person.
Okay.
So when we are having privacy, when I have my space and you have your space, there's bound to be problem in that marriage. So when you come into my space, there's a problem. When I come into your space, there's a problem. So that's not marriage as far as I'm concerned.
Madam Zobia, do you agree with that?
Something?
Okay, let's go.
Pastor K, the marriage in the first place was not built on, we're talking about social media here.
Yes, right, we have.
It was not built on social media. When I got married, it was the old system of photography.
Yeah.
As in, the photographer will snap and give you date, maybe it's after 2 weeks or 3 weeks before we got the pictures. Unlike now that as you're snapping, you're getting your pictures. When I got married, on my wedding day, as you're giving me gift, I give you my wedding picture. That was the system then. So you can imagine how many years ago. My marriage is 33 years old.
And we are looking forward to
so
that.
So in 33 years ago, we don't know there was no mobile phone. It was still the table phone.
Okay.
There was nothing like SMS. No. And then when I was cutting my husband, we were states apart. We were writing letters often. So now this phone came. If you like, believe it or not, I'm only on WhatsApp and Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat,
TikTok.
I don't know anything about them, and I'm not interested. Do you get?
Okay.
Because anything that will give me stress, I don't go there.
Yes, right.
So I don't see what I will be hiding that will make my husband to want to have access to my phone.
Okay.
There is nothing in there. This is where I am. So don't stress yourself by wanting to know what is inside there, because the phone is practically empty. Because where I'm coming from, the upbringing I had, it was not Gen Z upbringing.
Okay. Okay, but we are coming from a perspective whereby I'm trying to align with Pastor K a little bit there, because he's saying, like, you know, two shall come together
and become one.
I mean, in as much as we say men should be able to
coming
live
together and becoming one.
Okay.
Do Nigerians practice it? This is what we see in social media. No. Two coming together and becoming one is still social media thing.
Yes, God has ordained it.
God ordained it. Do we follow it in total?
Okay.
I mean, we are just reading the Bible. We are saying God said, God said, God said. Nobody Nobody has practiced that to becoming one to the full.
Okay, Madam Zobia,
Nobody.
all you're saying right now is, in your own understanding, you don't believe couples or spouses should have access to each other's social media accounts.
Because I
It
am
is a private
like,
thing.
before, when I was answering you, I said I'm answering from my own perspective.
Yes, right.
I
yes,
am
right.
not a social media person, so I don't see what I will share with my husband. I don't see what I'll be hiding from him.
Okay. Madam Zobia said, no, spouses don't have to have access to each other's accounts. I mean, coming from the fact that she's not a Gen Z spouse
Mama.
or mama, woman, married woman, or anything. Pastor K said two shall come together, become one, and automatically they should have access to each other's phones. And in as much as you can get naked in front of your man, so why not? It is just a mere phone. Yes, you remember this is Western Spring Television, and we're speaking about social media and its impact in marriages. You know, it has helped a lot of marriages, and it has broken a lot of marriages as well. Pastor K, let me direct this question at you before we go on another short break. When a woman is, talking to probably like the opposite sex, like talking to a man online, because it's the world of social media, she could just run into this man on, probably bought something from her on Instagram, and as time went on, it became like a regular customer, and they start talking, they start getting along. Do one consider that as flirting in a marriage? It comes to a time whereby, it becomes like very, okay, I'm checking on my, it's just my customer, he buys stuff from me. And women don't want to hear that, my customer, you don't want me to give him attention, So do we consider that as flirting in a marriage? And also the other way around, please.
Okay,
let us not be one-sided about it.
In the business world, it is not every man or every woman you meet that wants to sleep with you. There are some that come as helpers. Do you understand?
Okay.
There are so many women today that have been raised by men, and the other way too. So, but there are boundaries to everything you are doing.
Okay.
There is a way you will speak to a man that the man will see it as you are giving him a green light.
Wow.
Do you understand?
Okay.
And vice versa. Now, there are ways that women will do things, even online, that a woman will talk to you as a man and you know that, okay, fine, I can push further. Once you don't put boundaries to what you are doing, there's bound to be encroachment. Do you understand?
Okay.
So once your husband sees the tone of the conversation, he can easily pick it. And my wife is saying, get ready to go. Do you understand?
Like she's giving a green light.
She's giving a green light.
Or maybe a yellow, actually.
Yeah, a yellow.
To get
ready to move. So once a man picks that, there are times that some women will come around you as a man, and your wife can easily pick it as,
she likes you.
This woman likes you. My husband, you are playing with fire.
Yes, right.
And men will be like, no, you don't know anything.
Yes,
she's just a friend. You understand? And at the end of the day, you will fall like Samson into that woman's laps. So there are boundaries to everything. So I don't believe every man that comes
as a married person.
And I also don't believe that every man that comes around a married woman wants to sleep with her. And the same way for the woman too.
Okay.
But there are boundaries to everything we should do.
Wow. Okay, Madam Zobia, what about you? I mean, if you look into your man's phone and you run into the same thing, probably like there is this woman business-wise and all that. I mean, what do you think about that space?
Once it's business, let it be purely business. No boundary crossing. Let it be purely business. I mean, there must be money now. The food should be on the table. Money will come in. If it is purely business, do your business, nothing more, nothing less. And if you don't give room for crossing of boundary, there will not be crossing of boundary.
If you don't give room to crossing of boundary, there will be no crossing of boundary. And what we are trying to say here is there should be boundaries to everything. Social media, in as much as it has its good sides, there are downsides and bad sides to it too. It is still inside marriage. So right now, I want us to go on a short break where we're going to be reeling out our second video. And when we come back, of course, it is still inside marriage. Don't go anywhere.
You are the love of my life, the apple of my eye. I'm so glad at the day I said yes I do. You've given me so much love, although it's just a journey. I'm a ride or die with you.
The Berlin Conference of 1884 defined the configuration of Africa which hitherto existed as a continent of multiple kingdoms and empires under native rulers. The conference, otherwise referred to as Congo Conference, regulated European colonization and trade in Africa as initiated by German leader Otto von Bismarck. The Berlin Conference is often called the scramble for and partitioning of Africa, as each of the imperial powers carved separate portions of the continent for themselves without recourse to racial and cultural identities and differences. 137 years after the Berlin Conference was held, Africa remains a legitimized playground for European nations that sought to exploit its wealth and resources and manipulate its human capital to promote trades and investments of Western powers. Western Spring Television identifies Berlin Conference as a major event in history.
You are the love of my life, the apple of my eye. I'm so glad at the day I said yes I do. You've given me so much love, although it's just a journey. I'm a ride or die with you.
It's just, and I'll tell you, when I absolutely destroyed a marriage, man. I was explaining to her like how social media is kind of like the death of a lot of relationships.
Yes.
Because we look at it, if you think now, you know, oh, you tripping? I can scroll.
All these likes.
Yeah.
From other people. It's an addiction for people.
It's
a lot
an
of people,
addiction.
their
Yeah.
life is social media. It's just like all they care about is social media, what their life looks like on social media.
Exactly.
Not what it really is.
Exactly.
And it's just.
And I'll tell you, when I absolutely destroyed a marriage, man. We would go out to dinner and we would eat. I would break out the phone and I want to look at the food. When I caught myself doing that, I was like, hold on, bro. What's going on here? That's when I realized, yeah, this is not. It's not a reality. And then
you got
the tragedy. I had met somebody on social media. I met someone off social media, and we tried to do the whole date thing, and she ended up being a whole lot lizard.
And she was really a lot lizard?
I think she was really a lot lizard on the low. I think she probably was a lot.
A lot of them are. A lot of people who don't know. A lot of those girls on Instagram.
Yo, she was killing. Listen, her profile and everything was killing it. I thought she had her life together and all that type of stuff. When I got to digging in and got to talking and getting to know her and stuff like that, it's like a year later. I remember my homegirl Rosie, my best friend Rosie was like, "Yo, leave that lot lizard alone." I was like, "Dang, how did I get from, you know what I'm saying, being successful in this whole arena to this?"
Wow, that just gets me. You know, it got me when the man said, a lot of girls you meet on Instagram, you know, it looks like they've got their lives figured out, you know. And a lot of times when you get Instagram, TikTok, and the likes of it, you find out that there's perfection everywhere. It's almost like nothing is going wrong about their life, you know. But when you get in there, there is a whole lot of another word in there. Yes, it is still Love Inside Marriage, Western Spring Television. We are here in Oshogbo, Osho State, and right here in the studio this evening, Madam Zobia is sitting pretty. I call you my fresh moi. I have to bring that up, sorry.
You brought this moi here.
Yes, right. And to the viewers, you know, Madam Zobia come 2 weeks time. 2 Fridays from here, she's going to be celebrating her birthday and 33 years being married. She's a grandma in that space, you know, and we're going to be having a special edition for her where she's going to be speaking about her ordeal, everything, the journey down from year 1 up until 33. And she's going to be a year younger that day as well. In added to you, Madam Zobia.
Thank you so very much.
Now, reading out this story, Pastor K, looking at that video, you know, this man came to self-realization that no, he found out like when he goes out on dates with his wife, he found out he's that kind of a man that will want to post what they're eating. So this is going to bring me to my question right now. Does it help when spouses, a husband, a wife come online to be like, okay, you want to share your story on what is going on in my marriages? Does this help a marriage or it breaks it? Madam Zobi, I'm starting with you because you're shaking your head already. Don't be a lizard. Let's go.
Wow. You know, I pity some people that post their marriage, everything about their marriage on social media.
Okay.
Years back, I remember vividly, a family was robbed. And when the robbers were caught, they were asked, how did they know that that house was empty?
How did you get this information?
Yeah, they now said that the wife posted on Facebook that they are going on vacation, daddy, mommy, children. That the wife posted when they were leaving the house, till they got to the airport, till when they were about boarding the airplane. That was how they got to know
Everything
that
about
there
their
was nobody
movement.
in the house. Disadvantage. You understand?
Okay.
We are Africans, we are Nigerians. And in this part of the country, we relate with extended family. You understand?
Okay.
Everybody in the
Yes,
family
right.
is
Yes,
a
right.
member. There are things you wouldn't want extended family to know about you. So if you're a social media person, you are exposing yourself to danger. Let us be
Realistic here.
You understand? So posting my entire family, some people when they are eating breakfast, lunch, dinner, all their activities for the day. My daughter sat down one day and was busy. What I did, said, I'm watching the life of this couple. Mommy, come and see. And when I sat down for 10 minutes, I was like,
You got tired.
I said, what is this? She said, Mommy, no, it's in vogue. I said,
It's
okay.
Gen Z.
And I walked away. Why would you do that? You are opening your family, you are married to danger. There are women that come on social media and they boast about their husbands. Yes, God has given you a good husband. When somebody is crying on her pillow, wetting her pillow, looking for a husband.
Madam Zubia, are you sure you're not just being old school? Are you sure? Because a lot of these persons, they want the likes, they want the fame, they want to have social media
followers
and the likes of it. Are you sure you're not just being old school though? Pastor K, I want you to
Pastor K, are you Gen Z?
Please disagree with her. I need you to disagree with her that it helps sometimes. No, Pastor K, over to you.
It does help sometimes. Now I want to sit on the fence now.
Okay.
Because now most of these people that post about their family online, they don't post the wrong parts or the sad or the you understand? It's only the good parts they post.
The ones we want to see.
They want you to see. No, they post what they want you to see. You understand? So now when people watch those things, there are some people that are not disciplined or don't know what is going on. They carry those things into their own homes
and start comparing.
And
problem will start.
And so person does this. So person does. Okay, for example, there was a lady I saw on social media recently, and what she was talking about, I think she's a chef. What she was talking about, preparing food for my husband, this and that. Now, when you see that kitchen, you want to prepare food. You feel like cooking as a woman.
Yeah, right.
Now, if your own kitchen does not look as good as that, you know, the way you now be looking at your husband like somebody that's
like,
you're like, what are you doing? You understand? I made a mistake managing this kind of a guy. You understand?
Okay.
So, because of what she has been fed on social media. So, it's also good at times, Madam Zobia, because some other people learn from the social media. Like you said the other times, the other time, some of us learned how to cook from social media. Mix ogbono with this, mix this
I
with
post
this.
my cooking on social media too.
So at times, some of those things are good, but the bulk of it, they are the negative things because the things that these things do to us, they're like you start thinking.
Okay, Pastor K, let me ask you. Let me go to you with this. Do you think it is normal or it is a good thing, such a good thing, when spouses post each other like on the social media, like man crush Monday, I post my husband, woman crush Wednesday, I post my woman, you know, Saturday, weekend time out with my family. I mean, is that necessary? On the social media, does it make the love very sweet, or do you think that tearing each other, that home apart?
For me,
okay,
I feel it's sweet.
Okay, for you.
Yeah, you post your wife, post your husband. You understand? Yeah, it's good. You know, last week we were talking about love language.
Yes, right. Yes, right.
So it's good. So instead of there are people that I have a couple today that if you check the man's DP,
is a wife.
He has not changed it since in years. Is a wife. If you check the wife's DP,
the husband is right there.
You understand?
Okay.
No, that is it for me.
Okay.
I'm that kind of a person.
Okay, you feel that should be a norm in marriages?
Yeah.
Madam Zobia, do you agree with that?
It's okay, it's fine.
Okay. Okay, that was very sharp though. It almost feels like I don't.
Because she's old school. She said, you don't do
No, that was too sharp. And it was almost feeling like, please, I just want to agree.
No, not that. But it's. I can only, me personally, I can do that only on his birthday.
Okay.
On our anniversary. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, those are the 2 days I do that.
If social media was there, like in the earlier days of your marriage, I mean, you're going to be 33, you're definitely old school.
Very, very.
But do you think if probably social media was there at the inception, do you see yourself as a kind of a woman who would want to post a man like every day?
I would have, because then we exchange cards almost every
Then why
month.
didn't you evolve with time, you know?
Exactly.
Like, don't you think you should evolve with time and tolerate that man?
No, wait now. There is time for everything. I have adults as kids. My kids are adults.
Doesn't
I
stop
can't be
you.
doing what my children are doing.
No, you're still a baby to
Yeah,
To
my
him.
baby too. But my children are adults already. You see me and you see my children and I, you think that we are friends.
See,
So
those
the things
children-
they indulge in. I remember the first time I went to Instagram.
Okay.
I wanted to open an Instagram account. They sent me away.
Why
The first question they asked me was,
Okay.
what are you looking for in Instagram?
Okay.
I ran away. I tried TikTok. And they were like, Mommy, you won't be able to do this.
Okay, this is going to bring me back to something that I kind of feel like I don't want us to lose track
Okay.
from, like, seriously speaking. Okay, we've seen couples, spouses that even in their 60s, 70s, yeah, you see them combining outfit, you see them sitting together like back to back, you know, you see them still do, even their children will be the one to hold the phone and watch daddy and mommy, in
Yes.
fact, grandpa and grandma, you know, come out on the social media just to make the new couples, the Gen Zs understand like love can still be like this. Don't you think like your children should not have a say in what I do with, I'm not going to ask you this, Madam Zobia, Pastor K.
No.
I'm still going to come back to you.
Okay.
But I want Pastor K to talk on it first. Do you think children should have a role to play in how my marriage should be like in the later years of my marriage?
No, this is it. Because they are children. They should learn from us.
Thank you. Okay? I love
Because
this.
when you see children, what you do is they learn from what you do, majorly not from what you tell them.
Yeah.
When they see the way you are loving up on your husband and the husband is doing the same, don't you think this thing will grow into them and they want to do the same to their spouses too later?
Yeah.
But when they see a strict and a regimented marriage where everything is just bam, bam, nothing, there's nothing romantic in it. They have to go and learn it from social media or from outside. So your children should not have a say in how you do things now. You
Okay.
should be the one teaching them.
Okay.
They should learn that aspect from you because they grew into it or they grow into it watching
Can I answer that?
It wasn't a question, but you can
The
have your
children,
point.
No, the children that came, when they came, there was no phone, right?
you.
There was no social media when they came.
Okay.
There was no social media in their upbringing.
Yeah.
Boom, social media came.
That's right.
Okay? Daddy and mommy are not social media persons. Do you understand?
Can I ask you a question?
Ask
Daddy
me.
and mommy are using phone now.
Yes.
That's
One.
right.
There was no social media, but there was love.
Yes, right.
Definitely.
So what you are doing with social media now is now recording your lives.
No,
Okay.
but the social media is not affecting the love. The children know, the children were brought up in love.
Can
They
I ask
know-
you a question, Madam Zobia?
I'm here
When you got married, you were writing letters
every month.
every month. Now that there are phones, do you still write letters or you use phone?
We use phone now.
You use phone the same way. Those things you were doing physically then, now
I'm
translate
not
it to
saying
phone.
I'm not doing them, but I'm not into it as in the way women are into it now.
If I check your DP now, who will I see there?
Now my face you go see now.
Why?
Okay, ladies
I
and
said I
gentlemen.
do that only
Okay.
on my husband's birthday. He will be on my DP.
Okay, so right now we're going to be reeling out our story for today, our first story for today, actually. And remember, we are speaking about social media and its impact in marriages. And whether you like it or not, Madam Zobia, as old school as she is, she's still trying to tell us that she still belongs to the old school. But
Yes,
then
so-
she hasn't forgotten what it used to be like. But she can't delve into social media the way spouses delve into social media right now. Why Pastor K says it's still, I mean, you should evolve with time, you know, all the glees, all the glamour, you know, just put it out there once in a while, you know, let's celebrate one another. And that is going to bring us to our story for today. It's a story about how social media has, I don't know, maybe helped or broken this particular family. Already kind of have my story on the screen. Okay, my aunt and her husband used to be close and happy, but things started falling apart when he became too attached to social media. He said he spent more time on his phone than with her. He smiled at messages but ignored our conversations. Just a minute became hours every night. How can she and her husband come back together again because she's losing her mind? I want to have the second story as well. I want us to compare these two stories. Please help me out there. I want to have the second story almost immediately. Okay, thank you very much. Now, this is another story. We're speaking about social media impact on marriages. He said he would not have my time or make out time for me. Now this is a woman. I made social media my friend and go-to place every time. I remember how he complains that I am too all in his business, but now we don't fight anymore. This woman is saying, I mind my business while he does his thing. Now, this woman is saying, thank God for social media. Said marriage would have been so boring. My husband and I are happy. Social media keeps us away from each other's businesses.
Wahala.
Okay,
Say
wahala indeed. Bringing me back to when I asked you the question about social media, you said it was a two-way thing, a good and a bad. Now, in a situation whereby social media is making, now let's start with the last story.
Okay.
They are happy. The woman claims she is happy. She said, now everybody, Madam, don't give me that look.
No,
because this woman actually said she is happy. She said they are happy that, now the husband can do his own thing. And do you think these marriages, do you think they're actually basking in the euphoria of being married? Or do you think there's a fire there that they do not know is, starting to burn?
And for me, they are no longer married.
Abi?
Because the woman has detached from that marriage.
She's married to social media.
She's married to social media. And perhaps on that journey of social media, she might meet someone that will, just like
Give her
Austin
attention.
said last week, someone that will give her that attention that she's been craving from the husband.
And that the man said she's coming into his business.
She's prognosing. She's just intruding into his privacy, into his space. Now, she's found another love in social media.
Okay.
And with time, somebody will walk along a lane and give her that satisfaction that the husband cannot give her.
Now, you said, now, I remember in what you said, because let us be very practical.
Yeah.
We said not everybody goes into social media, maybe to flirt or to, to be frivolous and the likes of it.
But
are we forgetting the context of letting peace reign in the marriage? Don't you think there is peace in this marriage because they are not up in each other's business anymore? Let's just
the
clarify.
kind of peace they have
It's
is
fake.
temporal.
and fake.
Wow.
Yes.
And fake.
It's not
And
really,
fake?
yes.
It's fake. Fake peace.
Because the lasting peace will soon come. And that's in social media. See, when you're not talking to your spouse or both of you are not talking to each other, the next person that gets the partner's attention wins.
Okay. Okay.
Do you understand?
All right.
Now,
I'm
the
with you.
husband is busy chasing money
the woman is busy.
and feels the wife is now happy because the wife is not intruding again. But the wife is getting attention from someone else. Let's remember the case of Adam and Eve.
Okay.
When Adam was not there talking to Eve, somebody else was talking to her.
Abi?
The serpent, right?
Got her attention and made her to make Adam fall.
And women get carried away with what they hear.
Exactly.
Why men get carried away with what they see?
It said that women are moved by what they hear and men what they see.
Okay, so in the case of the story, Madam Zobia, what's the way forward? Because they feel they are happy because we actually have lots of marriages that are
exactly.
working, that are in fact that are basking under this, this particular euphoria. Like, okay, fine, my husband is fine, we are fine, the husband will be in the room. Now, automatically we are saying there is a smoke already in this family, and very soon the fire is gonna, burn out. So what do we do to such families out now, like right now? What do we do? How do we quench what is going on in there?
They have to come sit on a round table and discuss.
Wow.
Communication is lacking in that marriage. Communication is gone. No feelings any longer. The man finds joy in his work. The woman finds joy in social media. So they have to sit on a round table and discuss and tell each other the truth. That's the only way out.
Okay, and what if it is the case of the man, because men have this ego that, whatever I do. It's a man's word right here. Okay. So yes, right. So if that is happening in the marriage too, a lot of times when women overdo things with men, the Yorubas will call them alasheju. And a lot of times women they just get into their shell like a tortoise just for peace to reign. So automatically some have even communicated about it, but almost feels like communication is not working. What do you do when
that fire will
communication
burst out? And the whole thing will get burnt. Everybody will go their way.
They'll call fire service.
The fire service not going to quench this one.
Now, let me say something.
All right, Pastor K.
See, marriage is sacrifice for both parties, the two parties, the man and the woman. Now, any man, it's often said about women that any woman that cannot submit should not marry.
Yes, right.
So any man also that is not ready to compromise should not marry. You can't tell me you are married to your business, to your job, to your ministry, and you leave a woman at home. Because both of you are supposed to come together. It's a team thing. So if you're not ready to compromise, to come together with your wife, to gist with that woman, to chat with her, to talk with her, to gossip with her, don't get married. Don't bother.
Those are the do's and don'ts.
Don't bother. Just stay on your own.
Alrighty. Yes, it is still Inside Marriage, and our time is just going in bits and in pieces, and it's almost over, but it is definitely not over. We're going to be going on another short video break. I want us to reel out this video, and then we're going to analyze it, and I'm going to be asking my discussant my last set of questions for tonight. I hope you're well seated. I hope you are taking notes. I hope social media is playing that positive role that you want in your home. Remember, social media has every of the content that you need. You just got to feed yourself with what is right. Let us reel out this last video for today, and then who knows, our BYEs are near. Be right back.
I want to let you know the idea of marriage is God's own. If you are stuck, go back to God. If you don't understand what is going, go back to God. Social media has corrupted marriages. We have women in marriages mentored by social media. We have those who do not understand, because the truth of the matter is that we have, oh Jesus, when babies get married. The idea of marriage is God's own. It was never our own. Don't think I woke up one morning and I just felt, when the guy walked up to me, he said, I want to, that thing you're saying, I want to marry, I want to walk down the aisle. Like, marriage is less about the ring. It's less about the dress. It's less about the glees and glamour. Marriage is not about the razzmatazz. Marriage is not about the light. It's not about the groove. Marriage is not about that. Marriage is about covenant. Marriage is about purpose. Marriage is about understanding what the will of God is. I hope you understand that God fashioned Adam and Eve to fulfill his will. So when you meet a person, you cannot find what both of you are coming to do. How are we going to fulfill the will of God together? If you can't find it, let me be the first to tell you that's a red flag. How are both of us going to fulfill the will of God? I can't find it inside of you. Or both of us have not grown. Yes, we could have gotten married as people who don't know God, but have we grown to understand there's a will of God that we are trying to, sir, there are seasons in your life when you will not know why you got married, but when you remember the will of God, when you remember that, oh, I'm here to, oh, Jesus. Look at your neighbor and tell your neighbor, marriage is God's idea. Say, don't receive mentorship from social media. Look at your neighbor, say, marriage is God's idea.
Yeah.
Marriage is God's idea.
Yeah.
You know, I said something. There is this program we do on radio, Marriage Palava, every Monday. And I said the word red flag, it almost feels like years ago, there was nothing like red flags. We only know love is blind. You know, we married the men married the women, even with their SSs, with the thought of, okay, when we get in there, we're going to shape ourselves, you know, since it is together
and
forever.
they succeed in shaping.
And they succeed in shaping, right? I now asked myself, what happened? When did the word red flag even come into play? Because it came almost years later, and a lot of people saw the red flags, but love was blind at the time. Madam Zobia, looking at this video, Pastor K, marriage is the will of God. But I want to tell you, a lot of marriages are out there. It was the will of the man and the will of the woman. They found each other, they fell in love, and they chose to stay married. So, and they decided to get married. Do you believe that, Madam Zobia?
That love was not real. Some marriages I see today, when I ask them, how did you ever cut? You understand?
Yes.
When the woman starts telling stories, and I was like, okay, when you saw this and this and this, why did you still decide to marry him? Most of them these days, they are after material things.
Okay, because of the warmth of our time, Madam Pastor K, let me come to you. We have less than 5 minutes more. What are those, I want us to tell us those rules that should guide marriages when it comes to social media. You know, we are in the world of social media. But I need us to speak to couples, both the Gen Zs and the old schools. Let us outline rules for them that should guide our social media space so as to have a successful marriage. So help us God.
I think I mentioned it when I was talking the other time.
Okay.
Anything you see on social media
Okay.
that does not pass the litmus test of what he said marriage is God's idea.
Yes, right.
Of the rules of God concerning marriage.
Okay.
Throw it away.
Okay.
Of the rules of tradition concerning marriage.
Okay.
Throw it away.
Okay.
Of the rules of the government concerning marriage. Throw it away.
I'll take that. And I think with that, we can... Madam Zobia, do you have any additional rules that you think spouses should follow? No. Okay. And if your marriage is not on that, is not of the will of God, you know, I was trying to make a conversation, but because of our time, we can't delve into it. What do couples like that do? I mean, if there is really no purpose, and it doesn't seem like it is founded on the roots of God.
It's never too late for God. You go back to Him.
You go back.
Yes, you go back to God on your knees.
And put it there.
And definitely, He's going to straighten all the crooked parts in your
Lay
marriage.
it in His hands.
Exactly.
This
God.
it might not have started on your watch, but right now we want to bring it to you.
Take charge.
Okay. So yes, nothing is too late when it comes to God, and of course, marriage is not an exception. So if you feel like that marriage is not rooted in the foundation of God, maybe it is just about that time. If every other options are not working, the marriage counselors, the social media advice and ranting and all that, why not take it to God in prayer? Because at the end of the day, of course, marriage is an institution ordained by God, and marriage, like I say, it is an option in as much as it is not life-threatening. I hope you have had a beautiful time with us this evening. Thank you so much, Madam Zobia, for being a part of this your Okwago. Say it again.
Isiagwabi.
That is the head of a lion.
Yeah.
This is head.
Yeah.
His
Wow,
head,
that's nice.
That's what of Imiago.
Continue, please.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you so much, Pastor K. Thank you for being a part
You're
of the
welcome.
show this evening. And of course, myself, I want to say a very big thank you to our amazing viewers and streamers. I want to say a very big thank you. It is Western Spring Television. My name is Ajibike Anjorin Ojo, aka the Screen Diva. And I want to tell you this: in whatever you do, please do not stop to pray. Catch up with this episode we are there on the YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, X, and you're gonna have all our content in your faces. Up until then, be careful. Good evening.
You are the love of my life, the apple of my eye. I'm so glad at the day I said yes I do. You've given me so much love, although it's just a journey. I'm a ride or die with you.